Alright guys, we made it. The whole reason I started this trip, the whole reason for the journey to Costa Rica, the Sloth Sanctuary. This is our tour guide Jeff here. He's going to give us a little tour of all the sloths.
Right here we have Rena, and behind Rena we have another female sloth named Peppa. Peppa and Rena have both grown up together in a very unusual way. Of course, they had arrived when they were fairly young, and young sloths, they require being raised the same way a baby sloth would be required while with its mother. They need milk and warmth. The two of them, having shared an incubator at such a young age, ended up forming a bond, and they both view each other as sisters. So Rena is with us because she, at a young age, had lost her hind leg and is now getting around with just 3 limbs. She doesn't seem to have too much trouble, but one reason why we're not able to return her back into the wild is a matter of age. Being at such a young age when she'd arrived, she did not acquire the skills she would have been taught by her mother.
This little one is Aurora. She was orphaned. Her mother was electrocuted on power lines, which is very common for mammals. She's blind, as you can see. Her eyes, they have a blue cast. That's the pupil. And of course, she won't go back into our release program that we're initiating. We started in June with 3 female coloepises that had been brought in at about 7 months, meaning they spent 7 months with their mom, learning the ways of a wild sloth. So the program will last probably between 3 and 4 years, monitoring them all the time as they're learning their ways in the forest. They'll first be in a soft release enclosure, monitored. Their ethograms will be taken every day, and some through the nights, just to see what they do, how they adjust. Once we see that they've adapted and they're doing well, gaining weight or maintaining their weight, they will have the opportunity to go into the adjacent forest where they'll still be monitored. The goal is to see them with babies. If a hand-reared sloth can mate and raise a baby, then it's successful. And that's what we're hoping for. And she's eating. She's drinking milk. She weighs only 400 grams, which is very tiny. We don't know what happened to the mother. The folks who found her and called us said that they waited to see if a mother would come through the ground to get her, but after 2 hours they said, no, it's probably not going to happen, so they brought her to us. We are in a really critical situation now at the sanctuary. We have depended on tourism for our funding for the sanctuary, and tourism just completely stopped. And it's made it really difficult for us to continue what we're doing. We have sloths coming in all the time, and they need surgeries, they need food, they need milk. All of these things are critical. This little baby is going to probably have some surgery on her hand today. She broke her finger in a fall, and that's very critical for if she's for climbing and just doing the things that a baby sloth would have to do. So that surgery is expensive, and we just need help.
So if you want to help donate, you can click the link in my bio for their GoFundMe. Thank you.
Thank you.